guests of the Oak family, so you may investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby over here.
Are you a witch? Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
Just some suggestions at the memory level. If something happens in everybody's memory, then that something becomes a fact. Rather than hearing endless explanations, would you like to experience it for yourself?
No! Hey, you can save that for the enemy.
Then on to the next order of business. Let's discuss your companion, shall we?
Memo Keeper of the Garden of Recollection. I've been watching you for quite some time. You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. You followed me wherever I went inside the dreamscape. In the windows along the commercial street. In the pond water reflections of the Ideen Park. Even in the reflections of the wine glass. Everywhere. My dear, do you have a crush on me? Well then, seeing as you're so interested in me, let's play a little game. I left a puzzle for you near OT Mall. Solve it and prove that you're capable of pleasing me. If you can solve it, then we can talk. Don't leave me waiting, my dear. Before Penacony gets flipped upside down, try to find me, catch me, and stop me.
There's actually more than one Memo Keeper who's come to Penacony. She's mixed me up with someone else. But no harm, no foul. The address that the mask gave you is right here. But you never would have thought that when Miss Sparkle mentioned a game, she was talking about wanton slaughter on the streets of Penacony. Such a direct act of provocation is enough to get my competitive side worked up too.
Madam, forgive me. I had no idea about anything she said. As you saw, I went through a brain scan and everything. I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter, that's all. I never knew this was actually a declaration of warfare. They say you shouldn't kill the messenger. So, maybe you can just, let me go. You all are the big shots here. I'm really not on your level.
What a frightened look you have. Don't worry. Since this has nothing to do with you, I won't be suspecting you of anything. Why don't you come take a stroll with me?
Oh, seems like I can't escape being an assistant detective. Oh, fine. It's all fine. No big deal.
Discard your worthless destiny. Make a wish.
I'm with you.
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Who are those two little guys?
Seems like the assailants stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately placed them here. What nerve. They don't even have the slightest consideration for public order. Those two have clammed up. I wonder if you two could help pry open their mouths.
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle has left behind for you.
Who was the victim?
An IPC employee named Shamari. Eyewitnesses reported that a tall, strong man wearing a large robe with long sleeves walked right past Shamari and suddenly assaulted him with a hammer. Shamari collapsed on the spot and woke up from the dream. The murderer vanished in a flash.
Ooh, that sounds just like Sparkle. Her best asset is transforming her appearance to look like someone else.
Any leads yet?
This is a developing case, so there aren't many clues yet. All we have to go by are the weapon used by the assailant and the victim's ID. They didn't even take the weapon with them. Sounds like they're trying to provoke us. Despicable.
Where's Mr. Shamari right now? I'd like to meet him.
I'm afraid you can't. The Oaks came forward and calmed him down. Mr. Shamari expressed that he understands the unpredictable nature of dreams, and went on to vacation in another dreamscape. Best not to bother him. Guest experiences always have to come first.
Oh, I'm afraid by the time we find him, half of Penacony will have been sent back to reality by Sparkle.
Looks like we'll have to play this little game of sparkles then.
Lady Black Swan, you're here! I'm the constable, and this here assisting me is the bailiff for this case.
Mr. Coldfeet, why'd you do it?
So they can talk after all. Miss Black Swan, they're heading straight for you.
Don't interrupt, I wasn't talking to you. Ahem. I understand Lady Black Swan has quite the intellect. I'm sure you'll be able to get to the bottom of this Sparkle murder case.
The Sparkle murder case? Wasn't the victim Shamari from the IPC?
You're wrong, Lady Black Swan. The victim is evidently none other than the matriarch of the Goldhammer family, Miss Sparkle Goldhammer.
Oh, I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into the skit here, and this has nothing to do with the actual case. Goldhammer? Is that her real surname?
Never heard of it. Sounds made up. Sparkle doesn't sound like a real name either.
Miss Sparkle was supposed to receive 3 valiant warriors at the Goldhammer residence today, but upon their arrival, all they found was her body. Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the head by a hammer and died on the spot. Such a brutal act of violence.
My investigations discovered that the 3 warriors were supposed to escort supplies back to their territory the day before, but they were unexpectedly ambushed by the Annihilation Gang. They narrowly escaped and barely got away with their lives, finding their supplies almost completely raided. So they all shared a motive for killing Miss Sparkle, to escape punishment.
So the 3 of them teamed up to kill her.
Is the case closed?
No, there can only be one murderer. It's not an unsolved mystery if there are 3 murderers. Hang on, wait.
If you can't justify it, don't bother.
Got it! Those 3 were all vying against each other to be number 2. They couldn't have cooperated on anything. So it must have been one of them acting alone.
That actually doesn't make much sense. Even if they were on bad terms, those 3...
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
got the case file right here. If you want to learn more about the suspects, talk to me. Lady Black Swan, allow me to introduce the three suspects to you. Lefton, Zhongshan, and Wright. Lefton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was unfortunately severed while he was valiantly fighting off the Annihilation Gang. He's now learning how to write and hold a fork with his left hand. How tough that must be! Then there's Zhongshan. This guy's a coward who ran away as soon as a group spotted some bandits along the road. He ended up smashing into the side of a cliff and getting his face disfigured. It's a real shame, as he used to be one of the rare handsome men left around town. Last of all comes Wright. This guy was so insatiably greedy that he still came back to try and embezzle the rest of the supplies after they narrowly escaped with their lives, lying about how the gang had taken off with everything. Lefton and Zhongshan were so incensed that they broke his legs.
Hang on, I'm confused here. Left on? Right? Is this some kind of joke?
What? Where did you get that idea from? Do you need me to go over it all again?
That won't be necessary. I've memorized every detail.
No wonder you're a memo keeper.
Look, an ID card. Talent Motivation Department, Shamari. Is this the victims?
Mr. Shamari's belongings should have disappeared alongside him as he woke from the dreamscape. The fact that this ID is here means Miss Sparkle placed it here on purpose to prove that she definitely attacked someone.
Holy moly! This hammer is super heavy! This must be the murder weapon for the Sparkle murder case!
Miss Sparkle also used it to attack Mr. Shamari.
I'm barely able to lift this using both hands! I have no idea how Sparkle could ever use this to hit a target! Is that all the evidence? How are we meant to solve this with so little to go on? Oh, you scared me!
When did you pop out?
The two pieces of evidence that you found are related to the attack on Shamari. Miss Sparkle didn't leave them lying around for no reason. They're clues to the puzzle. But there are still some other clues that were placed in other areas, so they won't spoil the crime scene.
Isn't that a bit unnecessary?
No. It's disruptive to have a stack of irrelevant things crowding a crime scene. Miss Sparkle is a law-abiding citizen who'd never bring extra trouble to the family.
Seems quite nice of her, if you ask me.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding a little spice to the investigation. Let's take her up on her offer then. Mr. Assistant Detective, this way. What's this little device here for? Could you please let me know? It looks like a little button.
Don't push it, Lady Black Swan. Whatever you do, don't push it! That's the mutually assured destruction button that Miss Sparkle installed. Once pushed, Miss Sparkle and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke. Miss Sparkle also has her own button. The second she pushes hit, you and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke!
That sounds like both buttons can do the exact same thing.
Correct! Exactly the same.
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask me why?
okay. Why?
Because she is fair.
This is nuts!
What's this? A plush toy?
Regardless of why it's designed to look like the conductor aboard the Astral Express, this doll, is it connected to the case?
Have you ever heard of something called a red herring in detective stories? It's a fake clue that leads you down the wrong path.
I see. But when it's so obvious, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
That's just in case you didn't realize the ingenuity of Miss Sparkle and were worried about her throwing out a random, useless clue.
I see. Thank you for your keen insight. Then, let's pretend we were misled by a red herring. This doll, could it be connected to the case?
You don't have to play along that hard, you know.
This notice seems like a hint for us from Miss Sparkle.
That sounded like a story from ancient times. And why did the facial recognition system suddenly go out?
This is so her style, isn't it? Doesn't look like there are any more clues. Let's head back to the crime scene.
Next, should we pin down the identity of the perpetrator? This evidence, I've been staring at it all day, but there's nothing that can identify the perp. Lefton, that guy lost his hand. Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right? I remember this one best. Right has a broken leg.
Why don't we flip the question and start by asking who couldn't be the murderer? After all, there are only 3 suspects, so elimination could be a valid method.
If you put it like that, then do you already have someone in mind? Tell me, come on.
So, who exactly is the murderer? Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right?
Poor guy. He was seriously injured and was all wrapped up in bandages to keep his good looks safe. If that's the case, then he couldn't have made it through the Goldhammer Residence's facial recognition system. That would suggest that Zhongshan is not the murderer.
So, who exactly is the murderer? Lefton, that guy lost his hand. Oh, is that so? I feel like the evidence doesn't really match. How about you think it over again? Is that so? I feel like the evidence doesn't really match. How about you think it over again? Oh, is that so?
Based on the bailiff's statement, Lefton's dominant hand was seriously injured to the point where he had to learn how to live using only his left hand. Swinging that giant sledgehammer to murder someone, that must be hard for him. Probably impossible. Lefton's suspicion level can be downgraded.
By process of elimination, it seems that only Wright could be the murderer. That was easy. Let's tell the constable our answer and see what he thinks.
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
The murderer is Wright.
Beep! You have answered correctly! As expected, you didn't disappoint, Lady Black Swan. Game rules stipulate I must tell you where the next puzzle is.
Huh? The next puzzle? I didn't sign up for this.
Looks like the key to winning lies not in the puzzle itself, but in the motives behind Miss Sparkle's strange behavior. I'm afraid this chase may just go on forever.
I have to remind you that Sparkle is a masked fool? Do you plan on finding logic in the mind of a masked fool?
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Even if it's just subjective, there must be an overall principle behind the behavior. Memories cannot lie, and hers may just understand more about her than she does herself. Right now, let's follow her train of thought and head to the next puzzle. I hope this time we can get ahead of the Bloodhound family. I want to try and avoid using my Memo Keeper powers.
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
Become part of the family. Raise a glass and enjoy feasts fit for a king.
Here's the Penacony News. Once again, another
I told you. It's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness. And, as a memo keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
Become part of the family. Raise a glass and enjoy feast fit for a king.
Whoa, this place is a complete mess. And those two weirdos are probably here too.
There's nobody else at the scene. Seems like Miss Sparkle used the same method to send dreamers back to reality. Let's talk to those two there, then.
Enjoy Clocky's pizza. Every tick of the clock is a tasty one.
Oh, Detective Black Swan and Detective Sampo! You finally made it!
We don't know what we'd do without your help.
Oh, why are you talking like that? Is this some sort of artistic performance that young people are into these days?
Is there something wrong with the way we are talking? Deputy Sheriff, am I talking in a strange way?
Oh, of course not, Sheriff. The way you talk is no stranger than the cat that climbs the apple tree in my grandma's backyard.
Huh. The skit this time is a modernist one.
Let's discuss this difficult case then. The victim is a galactic business magnate named Sparkle.
Her again? Sparkle really is obsessed with scripting her own death.
Oh, for the laughter. If you undercut me one more time, I swear I'm gonna kick you in the butt! Ahem. Miss Sparkle came to the fashion store to buy herself a brand new tie. She didn't come back out. After a long time, the shopkeeper went in to see what was going on, but instead discovered Miss Sparkle's body. She had been strangled to death. There were 3 suspects on the scene, namely a Papashi shopkeeper named Wright, a Foxian gambler named Zhang Shan, and a wealthy Intellitron trader called Lefton.
Our old friends.
It's not just to aid your memory. We've added more descriptions to help tell them apart.
Miss Sparkle is so gracious.
Based on surveillance footage, witness testimony, and various pieces of evidence, the killer is ultimately among these 3, and they were not working in cahoots.
You're too lazy to be a suspect, right?
Oh, for the laughter! If I talk any more with you, it'll make my pure soul filthy!
Detective Black Swan, the dossiers are over here. You can learn more about the suspects from me. I trust you'll be able to cut through the hogwash and find out who Miss Sparkle's killer is.
Every tick of the clock is a tasty one. Serenade the globe. Get your tickets for Robin's Life is a Song concert while they're hot.
Let me introduce the identities of these suspects to you. It's very straightforward. First of all is the shopkeeper, Wright. He's one of the Papashi people and only stands as tall as Sparkle's waist, which is often a source of teasing for him. He can get pretty salty about it. Next up, you have the merchant Lefton. He wants to join up with the Penacony Trading Guild and is in direct competition with Miss Sparkle. That could be a motive for killing her. Finally, there is the gambler Zhongshan. He lost a bet to Miss Sparkle, and he had to hand over his family heirloom. It's possible he harbored a grudge against her. That's all the information we have. Do you need me to repeat it?
Sorry to interrupt your dreamscape experience, but don't worry. I'll be
First of all, is the next up. Finally, there is the gap.
And there's the tie.
That skit before said that the deceased was strangled. Is this tie some kind of joke murder weapon?
The tag on the tie reads, "Only for Imperial Master Lefton." Seems like it's one of Miss Sparkle's personal belongings.
That's not how you use the word imperial.
Enjoy Clocky's pizza. Every clock is a tasty one.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Huh. There's an accounting book lying on the ground. It must have been specially placed there by Sparkle.
On the title page is written Chen Katong. Is that someone's name? A code name. Oh, I think it's the name of the owner of this book.
This Jian Katong person should be Sparkle's targeted victim this time around.
So, it's just like the first case then. Only 2 pieces of evidence. The rest hidden inside her memories again, right?
Miss Sparkle doesn't want to distract your investigation.
She doesn't want to distract our investigation? What a law-abiding citizen this Sparkle is. Why doesn't she surrender then?
Harmonize serenade the glow. Get your
A little stool that seems quite normal. There are 2 small footprints drawn on it in crayon.
The footprints, which are half as big as standard, must belong to a Papashi person.
Perhaps it's just that this person's drawing skills are extraordinary. What's that smell? Why is there a smoked red herring there?
Mr. Sampo, take a look. This is a wonderful smoked red herring.
Somebody save me from this cringe joke.
Even among the fools I know, Miss Sparkle's sense of humor stands out from the rest.
Have you dealt with many masked fools before?
No, only a handful. After all, I prefer warm memories baked in sunshine. They're the ones that usually belong to kind people.
This clock is...
Open it up and take a look.
there's a ring inside.
This is evidence too. Why was it planted inside another device?
Because this ring was found inside the victim's mouth. We want to reconstruct the scene of the crime.
In the victim's mouth.
Hey, there's something engraved inside the ring. Zhongshan family heirloom.
That should be it.
Let's head out.
I have to thank you, Mr. Assistant Detective, but the puzzle this time is pretty strange.
Have you found out who the killer is?
Just some shallow intuition. Anyway, let's report back to the sheriff for now.
Oh, for the laughter! Didn't think I'd be seeing Detective Black Swan so soon. Was that? You found out who the killer is?
Pretty much.
You live up to your reputation, Detective Black Swan. As smart as the nest of magpies roosting in the roof of my Uncle Frank's garage.
This guy is mixing up his birds here.
Then go ahead. Who is the killer, and what evidence do you have to prove the case?
In my opinion, there is no murderer for this case.
What do you mean by that?
Become part of the family. Raise a glass and enjoy being fit for a king. Become part of the family. Raise a glass and enjoy being fit for a king.
This evidence doesn't really prove that he is the murderer.
It doesn't. Looks like Miss Sparkle is more careful than I thought. This stool is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right! That's the one! Miss Sparkle's business failed, and she was on the brink of bankruptcy. As she passed by her regular fashion store, she ran into her old nemesis, the bullying shopkeeper from the store, and the gambler whose life she'd ruined. And those three all looked happier than her! Miss Sparkle's ego wouldn't allow that to happen. And so she stole Lefton's tie, placed Zhongshan's ring in her mouth, stepped up onto the stool, and hanged herself from a beam in Wright's shop. And her motive was to try and frame all three of them. What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work, the three suspects would all be facing grave injustice.
Is something wrong here? This is too easy. The first case wasn't hard, but this one...
As you can imagine, the conclusions that the evidence points to are not mutually exclusive. Which means, this is probably another prank from Miss Sparkle. Mr. Assistant Detective, please feel free to point out a suspect as the murderer.
Ah, I see. Sheriff, the murderer is Lefton. The evidence is the tie, right?
Correct, Detective Sampo. I never thought you'd be able to deduce the truth.
Sheriff, the murderer is right. The evidence is the stool, right?
Yes! For the laughter, how did I fail to realize this formidable intellect of yours?
Then, right from the start, there was no murderer. The evidence is the ring. Whatever, I'm just spitballing here.
Goodness me! Deputy Sheriff, is he really a genius? How could such an unfathomable mystery be solved so easily by him?
Ugh.
Look, Miss Sparkle has given us a puzzle where every single answer is correct.
Why take it so seriously? Miss Sparkle is a masked fool, not a masked genius. If it's a challenging puzzle you want, please go out there and turn right until you get to the Intelligentsia Guild. We're only responsible for providing an entertaining detective experience. Anyway, since our genius detective Black Swan has cracked the case, I will now share Miss Sparkle's next puzzle with you.
So that's it? This is just going to go on and on forever? We can't do that.
Then I wish you both the best. Oh yes, if you're not in a hurry, I can tell you the answers for some of the outcomes you never chose.
Become part of the family. Raise and
Just as you said, solving puzzles is all just a cover for something else. That girl is toying with us. What should we do now? Just keep getting led around by her?
Truly, Miss Sparkle is a fascinating person. She seems chaotic inside, but easy enough to understand. Like a performer on the stage or child hungering for attention. This game will be over soon. This time, we're going to catch her.
Miss Black Swan, Mr. Sampo, you're finally here. I am the famed detective of Penacony, and next to me here is my assistant detective.
A murder in a locked room has left us all stumped.
As expected, another change in setting.
Yesterday, my assistant and I were visiting the famed artist Miss Sparkle, and we stayed the night. But this morning, Miss Sparkle didn't come out of her bedroom. The butler, Zhongshan, said that the door was locked from inside, so we ought not to have disturbed her. But Miss Sparkle had never slept in so late, and no matter how hard he knocked, there was no answer from inside.
As soon as I heard, I knew something must have happened. So I acted decisively and broke the door down to get inside.
The room was covered in spattered blood. Miss Sparkle's body was lying right in the middle, her face white as snow. One look told me she'd been dead for some time.
Thinking quickly, I grabbed the artist's canvas to staunch Miss Sparkle's blood, but... alas, poor Miss Sparkle! She's
and the butler. Lefton the cook and Wright the driver were also at the scene of the crime. What would you like to do?
Presumably, Miss Sparkle is now carefully arranging the next crime scene, right? Why don't you skip all this rigmarole and just have a heart-to-heart conversation with me? It might tickle a little.
Wait up! Wait up!
Honest kid. I know where you are, Miss Sparkle.
No
cheating!
Huh. Mr. Assistant Detective. You seem to be getting anxious.
No, it's... This locked room murder case is pretty fun. I want to guess who it was.
Let's go. Can't keep a girl waiting, can we?
Hey, Miss Black Swan, wait up! Wait up! Miss Sparkle has one final message to announce.
Ding-a-ling! Now comes the most exciting and romantic moment in any drama. The audience challenge. Everyone knows that the mighty masked fool Sparkle can change her appearance to look like others. And in this drama, the villain Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. So then, I put to you, which character is it? Also, if you're interested in the locked room case that the memo keeper ignored, you can try out your powers of deduction. I put lots into coming up with the puzzle, so don't let it go to waste. Thus, the masked genius Miss Sparkle has thrown down the gauntlet. All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting!
Miss, why didn't you just do this earlier?
Such a crude approach violates my aesthetics of memory. But as a means to an end, I need to put this aside for a more indifferent process.
There's no weird, sweet dreams troupe, nor is there evidence strewn all over the place. We finally caught up with her. But what's that thing? A Bella Boggian trash can? In Penacony?
Hey, dear Memo Keeper and Mr. Coldfeet, you made it. I didn't expect you to skip the final puzzle. That's on me. All right. Miss Sparkle cares not for the faults of ants like me. Come then, this is the final question. Listen up. What creature has 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night?
No murder case this time around?
Sometimes it's nice to take things easy. Come on, dear, give me your answer then.
Seeing as we're in Penacony, the answer is Sweet Dreams Troupe, right?
Womp womp. Wrong answer. That's funky, but a wild guess. The correct answer is Sparkle. When sleepy in the morning, she can't get out of bed. She runs about all afternoon in a fluster, so is exhausted by evening, but has to still raise a hand to hold a toothbrush. Poor Sparkle. So naturally, she's got 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night.
What the heck was that jibber-jabber?
What a cute answer.
Thanks for the compliment, my dear. But you can't try to fool me, seeing as you've just tried to cheat. Wrong answer. Accept your punishment.
Ooh. To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Ill fate descends.
To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Ill tidings manifest.
Hey, watch the face! Holy smokes! What's up with this guy? He just came out swinging from nowhere! Huh? No voices? This guy's pretty quiet. Miss, let's hurry up. Flip open the lid and find the girl.
Wait. Don't move. Something's off.
Miss, you killed Sparkle! How is this possible? How can people die inside Penacony's dreamscape? In the Garden of Recollection? What did you do? You did this, didn't you? Killing people in their dreams. Only the Remembrance has the powers to do that. You planned it out all from the start because she teased you and was pranking you. You wanted to kill her. Oh, I understand. You refused to let me go because you wanted to drag me into all of this. If I don't agree, I'll end up just like she did.
There is no death inside Penacony's dreamscape. That's the promise of the family and the blessing of the harmony. Not even a memo keeper can break this barrier. There's no need to take such great pains. If you just want confirmation, I've already told you the answer, Miss Sparkle.
Miss Sparkle? Who are you talking to?
You. Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. Wouldn't that be you, Mr. Sampo?
This? Don't jump to conclusions! If you want to accuse me of being Sparkle, you have to provide the evidence. Oh, I'm afraid evidence is a little too hard to come by. So, deduction will do.
The hint for the final question was a little too obvious.
Oh, you mean the locked room murder. I thought you weren't doing that one.
All the painstaking effort that Miss Sparkle put into it. How could I ever miss it? The key to solving the puzzle lay in 2 pieces of information put forward by the detectives. First, the large splatter of blood at the crime scene. Second, the victim had been dead for some time. Based on my shallow understanding, I can only draw two conclusions. One is that the murderer did not need to create a locked room case, because a locked room always needs a reason to exist. But, based on the detective's description, this locked room did not delay the discovery of the body. There was no third party at the crime scene to frame, and the blood everywhere didn't look like a faked suicide. That being so, the murderer seems to have no reason for creating a locked room. There is also reason to speculate that if the crime scene was a locked room, then its creator might not necessarily be the murderer. As for my second conclusion, it's even more obvious still. When everyone broke into the scene of the crime, why did the assistant rush off to staunch the blood? A trained professional was somehow happily destroying a crime scene just to save someone who's obviously been dead a while. The answer is simple. It's because the assistant detective is the murderer. At the time, I was in such a hurry that I didn't hear the whole mystery. I tentatively speculated that the murderer had killed the victim the night before, but hadn't locked the door from the inside. And so, when he learned this piece of information, he realized that the victim had created their own locked room mystery. That's why he had to rush to the crime scene as soon as possible, to confirm whether or not the victim left any evidence implicating him. And, judging by his behavior, it probably had something to do with that canvas. Like some final words. Of course, this is just a simple mind game. The answer to the puzzle isn't important. Miss Sparkle just wanted to pass on one hint to me. That the murderer is the assistant detective. Which means it's you, Mr. Sampo. I've been using this term of address, but it was you who first came up with it.
Has anyone ever told you that you're more like a detective than a memo keeper?
In my opinion, there is no difference between the two. Follow ripples along the surface of the water. Use some abilities and tricks to keep diving deeper, and touch that secret deep inside people's hearts. Salvage it, and protect them carefully. The truth does not lie. Neither do memories.
Exquisite reasoning, and very close to the truth. But I have another answer. Would you like to hear it?
Another answer?
The great artiste Sparkle locked herself away in her bedroom, using red paint to create the semblance of spattered blood everywhere. And that assistant detective who was first on the scene, who confirmed her death, was not the murderer, but rather an accomplice who assisted her in faking her own death.
What a pity. Such a pity. My dear, you were so close to the right answer. Unfortunately, the right answer is... Miss Sparkle's body. Sparkle was disguised as Sparkle's body. Ding-a-ling! I won!
Does Miss Sparkle's body even count as a real character?
Why not? Miss Sparkle's body appeared in all three of those skits just then.
It's a little bit forced, but it's fine. So, who is this Mr. Sampo, then?
Beautiful lady. I already confessed everything to you earlier on. I really didn't know a thing. I just helped a friend send a letter. That's all.
So I've been running a fool's errand this whole time.
My dear, Why so serious? Haven't you been having a great time? I have, at least. You take memories, and I get joy. We get what we need from each other, seeing as we're such kindred spirits, but also such loners. Why don't you come and work with me? Ooh, we can dance ballet together.
Oh? Am I understanding this correctly? A masked fool inviting me to work together?
A show of unprecedented splendor is about to be staged in Penacony. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. If you want to appreciate this drama, you have to stand up under that spotlight as you take the stage and watch the dancing envelop you. Come with me. This is the best seat in the house.
I don't really understand why you're so fixated on destroying family barriers. But, as I said before, a memo keeper can't help you. It's frankly above my pay grade. Also, I don't consider you a loner. Oh, I don't mean him, but rather behind you. The one who hired you to come to Penacony probably doesn't want you secretly linking up with other forces, right?
How did you know?
Memory is like the deep blue sea. But if you try to catch two fish with one cast, you might not be satisfied with your catch.
So, you mean you're refusing? Memo Keeper, did you think you could just leave?
Why not?
My dear, I don't want to scare you. You'll know the answer sooner or later. We're just getting to know each other a little today. If you ever change your mind, come find me at the tavern. That is, if you can find me. Let's go, Sampo? Sampo. Who is Sampo?
This is Bellabog, right?
I said, why not? Don't worry. Such a crude approach violates my statics of memory. So once you leave my sight, you'll be able to remember everything again. And also, I'm sorry, my dear. My dream dance partner? I've already got sights on someone else.
Special patrol, you should get some rest. Did you notice its nested structure? Being part of a play inside the dreamscape is as weird and captivating as being in a dream within a dream. That's the end of Miss Black Swan's dream bubble. Are you satisfied with your experience? I noticed that the people in your dream were familiar to you. It's worth repeating that dreams are just dreams. And in Penacony, dreams can be processed, or even tampered with. Things in our dreams cannot be trusted, let alone in someone else's dreamscape. If there's any information that you'd like to confirm, please do so by the cold, hard light of reality. Sweet dreams.
Really? I wouldn't do anything to her.
Don't worry about that, Memo Keeper. Let's talk about my thing. I've helped you out with everything you've asked, as agreed. Shouldn't you give my mask back to me now?
Since when did the masked fools suddenly start respecting agreements? Just kidding. I loved seeing that look on your face. Take this key to the tavern cellar, third barrel on the left. You never saw me. But Sampo, after all this time, what made you suddenly want to take back your mask? This doesn't seem like the Sampo I know. Let me guess. A catastrophe is coming to Urello 6. Am I right?
Well, no comment about that. But I love that line you said. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. That really makes sense.
Sometimes even an old-timer like me feels like taking the stage
And making a fool out of myself.
If you're all out of options, please get in touch with me. I'm the kind of person who values friendship highly.
Forget it. You'll be doing me a favor if you stay away from Bellabog. After all, the elation that Miss Sparkle seeks isn't something old Sampo can stand by. Go tell Giovanni I said hi.
Fine, I'm just spitballing here. Don't take it so seriously. Why so serious?
A dream about Eon. Welcome to Dreamscape Sales.
You're finally here! We've been waiting for so long!
It's only been 5 minutes.
Since everyone's here, let's get down to business. The Astral Express just received an invitation to the Planet of Festivities.
Hang on. Why am I getting a sense of deja vu? Oh, please don't. We don't need to go through that again.
Don't worry. The Express received a normal invitation this time. It's from Penacony's Paperfold University.
The university plans to hold an academic conference on the topic of trailblazing in the moment of soul. The Astral Express has been invited as guest to the conference.
An academic conference? You mean we'll have to sit in an auditorium and spend several system hours talking about a few hundred slides worth of scholarly discourse?
Don't worry, you can leave such boring events to the grown-ups. I will attend the conference with Welt. As for the three of you, if you're interested, you can enter the university as guest students.
Well, it happens to be the start of the academic term, and Paperfold University is preparing for its Dreamlight anniversary. These annual festivities serve as both a welcoming gift for new students and a chance to celebrate for those already enrolled. Why don't you youngsters join the new students? You could explore the campus, experience student life.
Do we have to study? That's great! A young, cute girl full of energy living her best life on campus? That experience is practically made for me.
I hear that Paperfold University is well known throughout the universe as a top art school. I would love to check it out too.
Don't worry. Guest students don't get a lot of homework. Besides, all of the professors and students are busy preparing for the festivities. Just, treat it as a party.
Campus life without homework or examinations? That sounds like paradise!
Looks like everyone can't wait. Let's go ahead with that plan then. I will submit the admission documents to Paperfold University. We'll leave once everyone is ready. Let's all have some fun.
What is that ruckus?
Oh, no, no, no.
We've arrived! Why do you always fall asleep when we're warping? I couldn't even wake you up. What do you mean, ruckus? I was really gentle when trying to wake you up.
All right. Let's go check in.
Himiko and Mr. Yang still have to participate in social networking. Being an adult sure is hard.
March, lead the counterattack. I believe in you.
Mr. Yang, do you have any advice on this matter?
Welcome to the Reverie, distinguished shareholders.
Oh! I almost forgot that we're Penacony shareholders.
Upon hearing the news that you were returning to Penacony, the hotel prepared 6 platinum guest rooms for your stay. They are ready for you anytime.
6?
That's right. Besides the 3 of you, Miss Himiko and Mr. Yang, Pom Pom had already checked in 3 days ago.
Pom Pom? What are you talking about?
I see. We thank the family for their gracious hospitality. Please help us with the check-in.
Of course. Your Dreamscape passes have been activated. I hope that you have another enjoyable stay in Penacony.
We didn't have an enjoyable stay the last time, though.
Apologies for interrupting you earlier.
Don Hung, do you know something that we don't? Why did the front desk mention that Pom Pom is staying at the hotel, too?
If my guess is correct, it's probably Boot Hill checking in under Pom Pom's name. Yes. When we worked together in Penacony the last time, he used Pom Pom's identity then, too. He's the only one I can think of who would do that.
Boot Hill? What is he doing here?
I don't know. Galaxy Rangers always work alone, but I don't think Boot Hill will do anything that is, detrimental to the Express. Since Pom Pom checked in 3 days ago, we can probably find him in the dream. We'll ask him more about it then.
Let's get going then. Paperfold University is located in the Moment of Soul. The hotel has set the entrance to the dream near the school, so let's meet at the gates.
I'm staying in the same room as the last time I was here. Time to enter the dream.
Why isn't there a sugar-free Soul Glad option?
Hurry up! I hear that the major shareholders have already arrived at the lobby. Don't alarm them!
I know! But that fellow was running in this direction. Oh, how did he disappear so quickly?
Shh! Someone else is here. Who are you? The what express now? Don't try to sell me anything. My miserable pay can't afford to buy an express of any sorts. I don't care who you are. The Bloodhound family is investigating a case here. Please make way.
Wait a second. Gray hair, yellow eyes, ribbons that serve no purpose on his clothes? I think he's the major shareholder you were talking about.
What? For the love of... Couldn't you have said that earlier? I beg your pardon, esteemed guest. I was a bit brusque earlier. The Bloodhounds are just carrying out a routine inspection. All guest rooms and facilities are in good order. So please be at ease and enjoy your stay.
But the suspect...
You... Sustainable! Ah, yes, sustainable. We know frequent inspections may not seem sustainable to some, but these procedures ensure a safe and secure environment for guests, so the Bloodhounds are more than happy to do so. We'll take our leave for now. Please have a good rest.
Please stay safe and be careful in the dream.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's go.
I'm confused. Maybe I should look around before I enter the dream? I can't open the box. Something just doesn't feel right. But I can't keep March 7th and Danhong waiting. Never mind. I'll head to sleep for now.
Well, this place sure is sealed off. No other way. I have to borrow your bed. Please forgive me.
Focus on your breathing and imagine you're in paradise. Imagine an island. An island. 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 Island.
An island full of bananas. A lovely mess for some bananas. Eat bananas, not the daily. Worry no more, be happy every day. Some banana monkey is the best. He's the monkey living life without a stress.
Did I just see something strange? Is this Paperfold University? It doesn't look much like a school, but it does look somewhat familiar. Also, what's that? Bananana, 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 bananana. Banana, bah!
Ha! By the great Lan above! Ha! A most terrifying close call that was. But fear not. The darkest hour of the night may be upon us, but this majestic skyscraper shall now welcome the start of an epic hunt! Yo, yo! Under starry skies, evil low and high. Helpless folk in the dark fighting for their lives. Silent ninja arcs written down in red tears. Noble ninja hearts in the night join here. Stormy tides crashing forth, all evil slain. Come the dawn, shining sparks lighting up again. Yo, yo, dazzling ninja. AKA rapper, nice to meet ya. Ouch! What kind of devious trap is this? Not only are there feedlings abound, but there are also concealed weapons flying about! Rapping? That's not it. What I'm reciting is the mantra of a ninja. Begone, feedlings, or I shall give you a taste of my dazzling ninjutsu!
impossible! How can it be? I am unable to communicate with these fiendlings.
Here it is again. That strange feeling.
Be on your guard. This is also part of the fiendling sorcery. Hang in there. I'll get you out of this right away. Dazzling Palm, Righteous Shot! My humble apologies. Dazzling Palm was designed to deliver a powerful impact to the soul. I've endeavored to control my strength, but some pain is inevitable if I am to ensure you regain consciousness. Showing your true colors now that your evil schemes have been exposed. They're calling for their fellow ape fiendlings. Please, take cover behind me.
Stay calm.
This sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
You're annoying!
Rules are made to be broken.
Try that again.
This sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Watch this awesome move.
Rules are made to be broken.
You can't run.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Try that again. You can't run. Try that again. Watch this awesome move. You can't run. Try that again.
Just a scratch.
Here.
This sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Stand down. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
They've scampered off in different directions. Those fiendlings are up to no good. We better get moving. I never leave a question unanswered. I am a ninja, aka Rappa. As stated in the cosmic ninjutsu inscriptions, be decisive, lest we be overwhelmed by the consequences. There are still feedlings roaming nearby. Let us be on our way.
Singing monkeys and a singing ninja. Am I dreaming?
You are indeed dreaming. You can return to a safe location after touching this object. Penacony truly is filled with boundless mysteries. Since fate saw fit to bring us together, may I know your name before we part ways? Ooh, a strong name. Well met, baseball bat ninja. Forgive me for speaking out of turn, baseball bat ninja, but for your safety, you and your companion should leave this land of dreams as soon as possible. The appearance of these fiendlings are a sign of impending disaster. It is proof that the ninja hero's archenemy has their eyes set on the land. The emotionless, soulless, and merciless evil ninja Osaru! It's time for me to depart. Please do take care. Goodbye.
This does look like the way out. Let's go.
A long, long time ago, in a world far away, there was a city that flourished under the rule of a ninja hero for many generations. It was known as the Ninja Capital. Under the protection of the ninja hero, the people of the city thrived. They lived and worked in peace, and happiness could be felt even in the sewers of the Ninja Capital. Until an evildoer known as Evil Ninja Osaru murdered the ninja hero and laid claim to the city. The happiness of days past disappeared in an instant.
Oh, child, new to the way of the ninja, I recognize your determination. Henceforth, you shall be the successor to my dazzling ninjutsu.
Thank you, Master Kucha. This is my greatest honor.
Behold the city of shadow, a sinful land of suffering, hatred, and sorrow. Bloody tears soon to devour all hope for the morrow. Soulless evil ninja, Osaru, agent of the vile, cast the masses into sin by foul arts and guile. Fiendlings indulgent in evil gone wild enrage the hearts of all man, woman, and child. Inherit the legacy of the ninja hero and wipe clean the sins of Osaru. End the suffering wrought upon the ninja capital and bring peace back to its people.
An astounding recitation of the ninja mantra, Master Kucha.
I swear I will train hard until I become the dazzling ninja.
An admirable resolution. To contend with the evil ninja, you will also need a new name. A name befitting a ninja.
What should I be called?
I don't know, my disciple. Your name will carry your ideals, your convictions, and your destiny. Your ninja name belongs to you alone. So the decision is yours to make.
What a baffling dream. I should now be at Paperfold University, right?
We're over here!
The club?
You're late. Did you run off to Ideen Park with someone to clown about again?
Monkeys and a ninja. That doesn't sound like something that happened in Penacony. Seems more like a dream bubble.
Those monkeys you were talking about? Is that them? I knew you had to be talking about Slumber Nana Monkey! Allow me to introduce you to the most popular little guy in Paperfold University. It's more beloved than Clocky. Slumber Nana Monkey likes goofing off and loves eating bananas. It lives a carefree life in the moment of Slumber Nana.
Is it also a cartoon character created by the watchmaker?
No. It only appeared recently. It's, what's it called again? A meme. No one knows where it came from. It just blew up overnight. Fans made up bananese that only fellow fans would understand, and even created sticker packs and fan works. The most popular one is the Slumber Nana song. Banana, banana. Of course! I'm a college student who keeps up with the times.
How do you know so much?
From the campus group chat, of course. I joined the group before school even started, so I'd get to know more people. That's just common sense. You'll have a hard time making friends at school if you stay out of touch. Here, I'll add you two to the group.
It's almost time. Let's proceed to admissions.
Come on, let's go! A spectacular campus life awaits us! Why is the family running a school in a dream anyway? Do people really come to the planet of festivities just to study?
Paperfold University was established during the pioneering era. It was initially a training ground for Dreamweavers, and was founded by Glox, head of the Nightingale family. Later on, the Iris and Alfalfa families also got involved in university operations, and the education landscape expanded into the 3 academies we have today: Dreamweaver, Charmony, and Fortune. From there, Paperfold University became known as the top art school in the cosmos.
Wow. Is this really a school? It looks grander than the theme park.
Paperfold University's motto is "Color your dreams, free your ideals." What we see before us reaffirms those words. We still have some time before the anniversary celebration's opening ceremony. Let's take a look around.
Transfer to Fortune Academy.
Is that all?
Is this going to be on TV?
Aww, Slumber Nana Monkey is so cute.
Oh, are you Slumber Nana Monkey's right banana too?
You could say I'm more of a fresh banana than a ripe banana. Is that a plush next to you?
I bought this from the creators market. Doesn't it look realistic? The booth owner said this design is especially popular and really hard to get.
Oh, so cute. I want one. I'll go take a look when I get the chance.
Is this going to be on TV?
Hello, new students. How are you?
What is that?
I scare you? Sorry, I'm Assistant Nana 416 from the Welcoming Committee.
Assistant Nana? Like a teacher's assistant?
It's bananas. Students are in love with Slumber Nana Monkey right now. So our faculty did our homework and changed up our image. Banana.
Why are the faculty in Paperfold University from the Sweet Dreams troupe?
Most of the teachers are attending the academic conference during the school's anniversary. That's why the dean asked the Sweet Dreams troupe to be substitute teachers. Banana. Don't you worry. The Banana advisors come loaded with the memories of the senior professors. Our Banana academic standards remain top-notch. There's no need to worry about studies right now, though. Please enjoy the Dreamlight anniversary first. Banana.
I sure will. I wasn't planning to study anyway.
That's a bold declaration.
That's all right. Paperfold University is a school of freedom. Spend your youth however you'd like.
You there! Please, wait a moment! Huh? Are you talking to us? And you are?
You guys were easy to spot. You, the pink pretty girl with the camera. You're Say Cheese, aren't you?
That's me. I heard college students love nicknames, so I decided to go by my online handle.
Hi there. I'm Treasure Nana from the campus group chat. You can call me Montana.
Nice to meet you. My name is Dan Hung.
Oh gosh, I recognize you! You're this season's festive superstar! Oh, you're famous! I never thought I'd go to the same school with someone famous! I bet you'll be assigned to the Charmony Academy.
Assigned?
Ah, it refers to the tuning test. At the entrance ceremony, the family's members will analyze the potential of students through tuning and assign them to the appropriate academy. Calm down. It's not a real exam.
Aw, the family assigns every student their major? It doesn't sound very harmonious to me.
Don't worry. If a student disagrees with the result, they can apply for a transfer to another academy. It's just that most people don't. The pressure is high, even in a dream. Not to mention competition has grown fierce ever since Penacony relaxed their entrance reviews after the place went public. Most of us are just grateful the family is willing to guide us.
That's reality for you.
Anyway, let's change the subject. Are you going to attend the dean's speech? My friends and I are going to check out the creators market, so I won't be joining you. They're not taking attendance anyway. See you later. Banana!
The teachers and students here sure are unique. No one is going to buy that. You're never afraid of anything. Look at the time. The anniversary celebration's opening ceremony should be starting soon. Let's go see the dean.
Look, Dean is going on stage.
What? No way! The dean is
Hello, students. Or should I say, bonjour.
What is going on? Is this a gag?
Look! It's Slumber Nana Monkey!
I'm Professor Freeman. You may also call me by my more fashionable moniker, Prof. Nana. Did I surprise you? Don't worry, students. I have not gone mad. The reason I'm appearing before you like this is to show our new students the ethos of Paperfold University. Color your dreams. Free your ideals. Lovely aspiration. But I hear that the words ring hollow nowadays. The pressure of schoolwork has kept all of you from looking up at the beautiful starry sky of the dreamscape. My schedule for the semester is packed. All I do is eat, study, and sleep. It's so hard to prepare for my thesis defense. I'm stuck on my thesis. My dearest students, this is not the way. This is not how youngsters in the land of the dreams should behave. So today, I bring you good news. After some discussion, the teaching research team has come to a unanimous decision to cancel all courses and exams for this semester. Everyone who attends the school anniversary will earn their credits. Yes, do not doubt your ears, young ones. Freedom. This is what Paperfold University yearns to teach you. Leave your worries over school and life behind and express yourself. Spread the love of your favorite things, such as Slumber Nana Monkey, to every corner of the campus. Welcome to the Dreamlight Anniversary. Color your dreams. Free your ideas.
Looks like Paperfold University is more open-minded than the rumors said. It really suits Penacony.
The tuning test is up next.
Let's go. The waiting area is in the open classroom.
It's important to get famous as soon as...
Here we are. Oh, there's so many people. Is everyone here for the exam? This is so embarrassing.
Actors, settle down, settle down. Please, quiet down. Get back to your seats. Turn off all recording devices. Get ready. The film is about to begin. Hello, cast members. I am your director for this exam. You may call me Mr. Rekka. It's the name I commonly use in the end credits.
Mr. Rekka, please mind your verbiage. You're not on set. This is a classroom.
No good! Cast members of the family, do remember that everywhere I stand is a set.
Oh my gosh, it's him! It's Mr. Rekka in the flesh! In school!
Cut! Cast members, please remember your lines. I'm currently playing the role of a guest lecturer, and you are my students. Please, stay in character.
This guy looks familiar. Oh, I think I saw a picture of him in the Blue Hour. He's a really famous director. I think.
Ah, Mr. Rekka. He's known for works such as Soul-Shattered Dark Star, Fading Nebula, and the famous Knights of Miniature.
Huh? I thought you only watched documentaries.
His works are based on real-life events. They are worth referencing.
Let me see what the script for this scene says. The examiner presides over the exam as the family tunes the students to discover their talents within their soul's melody. Oh. Boring. I'm changing the directions of this scene. Cast members of the family, that's a wrap for you.
What? But tuning is the most important segment of the tuning test.
Huh? Miss Sedina, in your 13 years and 4 months of teaching, you've committed 7 counts of academic fraud. It seems your laziness has turned your artistic integrity into a pile of decaying film.
What? Academic fraud? What are you talking about?
This scene will determine the students' very futures. Yet your academy would have me produce such slop. It's no wonder the Iris family hasn't produced a good film in centuries.
Enough! You're only here as an examiner because of the acting dean. You can't dictate what we do. According to academy regulations...
According to academy regulations. Think carefully now. What do the academy regulations say exactly?
The academy regulations very clearly state that the examiner's word is law in the examination room, so... Wait, but you're the examiner. What's going on here?
Good, you finally connected the dots. On my set, the director's word is law.
Huh?
Members of the cast, I've reached a consensus with the producers. This exam shall now be an audition. Are you ready? I will surely find the perfect role for you.
Mr. Rekka is so amazing. He convinced the family so easily.
That family member's reaction was strange. It's as if she suddenly changed her mind.
It looked similar. But it can't be, right?
Hey, student with the gray hair! It's your turn! Go to the performing arts classroom.
It's finally your turn! Hurry and go! If you finish early, don't forget to tell us how it went!